I'm DaphoDILL, and I am live with Industry Most Morning, baby. Roll, roll, roll your boat, Jimmy down the street. I got your nigga and he wanna fuck me. Roll, roll, roll your boat, your bitches can't breathe. I got my hands around your neck like LeBron in the three. I be rolling, I'm rolling, I'm rolling so high. I be rolling, I'm rolling, I'm rolling.
Hey, what's going on, man? It is your girl, TampaMystic, and we are live. Where are we at?
Industries.
Big Industries Most Wanted, not the little one.
Wanted.
Look at this beautiful young lady I got checking in today. DaphoDILL. First of all, I love the flowers.
Thank you.
Super, super cute. I think that's very original. I don't know that anybody else is rocking that, so you're definitely an innovator.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Introduce yourself.
I am DaphoDILL, man, the one and only, get with your kid.
Get on board or get left behind. She's out here doing it big, man. And I just wanted to, no pun intended, but I wanted to give you your flowers because, face to face, I've known you for a long time now. This is not our first time doing this. We've sat down before. We've done multiple virtual interviews, and it's always a good vibe with you. So I want to make sure, I know you got your flowers on, but I wanted to give you your flowers too, if that makes sense. So thank you for being here today.
Thank you.
Absolutely. I seen that you got to attend the Black Women's Music Summit. I don't know the exact name. How was that, the vibe yesterday out there? And you're going back again today, right?
I am. That shit was so dope.
I love it.
I met a lot of people there, and I got a lot of, I could say I got better confidence in myself to know that other women in the industry, period,
yes.
Has dealt with a lot of things that I've come across, man. And, they was telling me, I was seeing like Pap Chanel and Big Boss Vet was like I was a hellion and stuff like that. And I was like, man, that spoke volumes to me. And they was just talking about just dealing with different people in the industry and things. Sometimes it fails, sometimes it works out, keep going.
That is the biggest thing, is you absolutely have to keep going. But I agree with you. Oftentimes surrounding yourself with people, even people you don't know, and finding out that their story is very similar to yours, it can be somewhat comforting knowing that, of course, you don't wish certain things on anybody, but it's also comforting knowing you're not alone. You're not the only person going through this out here.
Oh, no, I be wishing shit on other people. I be wanting them to get their karma badder than the motherfucker.
That's the people doing bad stuff. That's the people doing bad stuff, because I agree with you. I feel like if you do something bad, you need to pay for it. Period. I don't care what it is. If you out here stealing from people, you need to be punished. If you out here hurting people, injuring people, you need to be punished. Period, point blank. I believe in, eye for eye. You kill someone, you need to be killed. That's just my thoughts on it. I could go on all day about that.
Yeah.
Definitely. So you've been doing music for a while now. Since what, about 2020? Or before that?
Yeah, because I started in 2021, but I'll say 2020 because that's when I was gathering a lot of my stuff up. Getting buying the beats, writing, finding studios during that time. But I didn't really just hit the studio until 2021. I started actually releasing stuff.
Got you.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that time period. What was it about music that drew you to it, that said, you know what, I want to start creating music? Because you're very, very, very good at it. You make great records. What drew you to music?
Depression, anxiety,
yeah.
PTSD, mental health issues, man. Because I feel like if you don't get those things out in some way or form, then it's going to lead to your demise eventually.
Agreed. It's a therapy. Music is a form of therapy. And I hear that often. I hear a lot of artists, I'll ask them that specifically, is music a form of therapy for you? And they say yes. I don't think I've ever had any of them tell me no because of past traumas they've been through. And you absolutely, we won't have to dive too deep in it, but you've been through some stuff throughout your time here on earth, in the military. You've been through some things.
Yeah, sometimes I wish I had chose another path. I got into those things because of other things,
yeah.
Needing money, wanting to go to college. And of course, I did want to join the military because I wanted to join too.
Yeah.
But it's a different environment, man. And what makes me upset about it is that even when you join, you still have to watch yourself around your own people.
Man, that's insane. You shouldn't have to be that. You should be protected.
Yeah,
not threatened.
That be all you can be bullshit. They be fucking preaching. That's some bullshit.
How many years did you spend in the military?
Between 8 and 9 years.
It's a long time.
I wanted to go even further. I was pushing through, but it got to where it's like, nah, y'all playing with me.
Let me ask you this, because I'm the type of person that, I really, when possible, try to pull a positive out of a situation. Is there a positive that you can say that you got from being in the military?
It toughened me up.
Okay.
It did.
Yeah.
A lot of knowledge when it comes to working with computers and systems.
Okay.
I don't know, I could get those super fast.
Yeah.
It taught me about how to really properly handle a weapon. So it was like, I'm not going to completely down the military. Of course, I had bad experiences in there, but it did provide for me.
Yes.
It fed me.
Sure, absolutely.
Fed me a lot.
Exactly. And that's what I told my son too, because there were some things that he wasn't so happy about, but I told him, I said, son, you gotta dig in and find what positive happened and focus on those things, because I'm a believer in what we focus on is what develops in life. So it's like you got to find some positive in every situation, and I'm glad that you're out here moving around. You went to the event yesterday. You're heading back there again today?
Yeah, I want to see some people speak on these panels today. Do some more networking, get some pictures and some photos, post, because I like to see those things, because I don't see those things where I'm from.
Right. So, understood.
And the only thing that I do see in my city is only in one area that you really see the really music plays, and it's dangerous there. I ain't gonna say it's dangerous. It should be a lot of traffic.
Yeah, I mean, I think certain times you got to keep your head on a swivel. I ain't gonna lie, that traffic gives me anxiety.
It does, and I hate driving long places. I'll drive,
right?
Because I like the therapy of it. I can listen to music.
Yes,
I be talking to myself.
Me too.
Get it in, getting things out my head and stuff like that while I'm driving. But man, it be some long drives. I think everywhere except for Georgia, it's 2-3 hours for me to get to where music places are.
Oh wow.
Because even in my area, I have to travel. They have studios, but it's they're not really, there's not any real promotion there.
Gotcha. So you're a good 4 to 6 hour round trip to get anywhere kind of legitimate per se that you need to go.
8 hours.
Man, did you fly out here?
No, I took a train. I always take the train here, man. Flights be higher than a motherfucker.
Listen, I ain't gonna lie, I'm afraid to get on a damn plane with all them planes that's been going down. That's a whole nother subject. I'm like you.
I like flying. At first I did it. I was scared. I was young. My first time get on a plane, I was 17, 18 years old, and I was going to Peru. And I was I not want to go on this plane, and I didn't like the takeoff.
Yeah.
And after that first time I did the takeoff, then I got more comfortable with it.
Yes, understood.
Then I was just I'd have been on military planes, so it was
You've experienced it all now.
Yeah.
So are you spending the week out here? Because I see you're doing some 404 day stuff as well. Are you leaving and coming back?
I'm actually spending the week out here.
Oh, okay, nice.
Do some performances, do some more networking, perform, and just doing something to aesthetically please myself while also entertaining other people.
Absolutely. Well, my business partner's here today, OG Bigger Rankin.
Okay.
You might, if you have time, maybe tap in with him, because that's what he's doing today is performances on his platform. When we're done, I'll walk you over there so you can check it out.
Okay. He actually hit me up yesterday.
Oh, okay.
I hit him back up, do some rotations from my music.
Okay, dope.
Yeah.
Dope. Did you get to connect with DJ Baby Drea at the event yesterday?
I did. I followed her.
That's
I got
my
some
sis.
pictures of her.
She's so dope.
She was telling me she was from Washington, but she lives here.
Yeah.
I was networking a lot yesterday.
I could tell.
I liked a lot of those people's outfits. And I said, that's like some shit I wear. I'm like, where y'all getting y'all clothes? Because people don't realize I got talked about my clothes a lot, and then because me being gay and they're homophobic, if I dress what they call feminine or manly, it was talked about. But I like that style because I feel like it brings a different energy on me.
I agree.
And I'm comfortable in that.
And I even you had recently sent me some photos for the other interview we did, and I don't even know if you remember, but I was like, that's a dope photo. That's something I could say about you. You've always looked fly the way you dress, and you always have great photos.
Thank you.
Whoever your photographer is that did those recent photos with the kind of the purplish, bluish type of effect to it.
Yeah, I'll give him a shout out. Devontae.
Okay.
Dream Shot Images. I'll give him a shout out because he does do some great photography. He did headshots of me too.
Okay, everything that I've seen that you put out has been great content, and that's, to me, I just wanted to also commend you on that, because that is what separates you from a lot of other artists out here, because your image you portray to the world is very professional. Your sound quality, your image, your photos is very, very polished, and it's very, like, look at you today. You look like a breath of fresh air.
Man, it's just my demeanor, how I carry myself, man. I be going through a lot, though, and that's like, I want people to know, like, sometimes, man, even when you, like, performing or doing interviews, I know you got to keep going, but tell somebody when you're not okay. Cancel that interview, cancel that flight until you get better. Do it, because, like, I don't care how much money you got, how much money you're offering. If you're dead, it's not about to mean shit to you.
I agree with you. And guess what? A lot of people aren't going to understand that. I had a period in time last year where I was not taking any bookings outside of this. Like, people were trying to book me to come to events, and I had one young lady hit me up and she wanted me to come host an event. And I told her, I said, I'm having a period of anxiety right now where I don't want to be around people. Mm-hmm. I told her that, and she's like, oh, is everything okay? And I'm like, you wouldn't understand unless you're in my position.
And it gets bad.
It does.
It gets bad to where, like, you're not even taking care of household things.
That's right.
Like, how can you get up there and perform and sing and dance and anything like that? You know, in the industry, they'll tell you, you know, even if you forget something, even if you're not okay, to keep going. And sometimes I feel like that's the wrong answer too, because I feel like that's appropriating a culture of saying that you should just have to deal with your mental health on your own time.
Right.
Though. And it's like, as people, period, you should take those people and help them.
Yes.
Because one day it's going to be you.
Absolutely.
You're going to want that same help.
We have to give ourselves grace. And like you said, other people want to keep pushing you. And it's like, okay, they want to see you win. They want to see you persevere. But at the same time, if you're not 100% right on some sort of level, oftentimes we got to stop and take a moment, take a break, and figure it out, because keep pushing through it and pushing it to the side is not fixing the situation. It's like putting a Band-Aid on it.
Yeah, and then I can't, fault anyone. I have to do I statements, because I've had my faults too, where I would push myself to those limits, because it's like that. I feel like that was what was going to help me at one point too, when I was in a deep depression. And it does, but it doesn't. You might have some good things that come out of it, but there's still going to be a negative downfall to it, because it's like I say it like this: the karmic reaction of it. Because I feel like when you're going for something so strong, and you might get it, it might be positive for you, but the negative effect of it may be like your mental health is just depleted even worse. Absolutely.
And you have a album out called My Suicide Letter.
Yeah.
Very, very personal for you.
Old relationships.
Yeah.
Dealing with family issues. I felt like when I wrote that album, that brought a lot out of me, but it also ended a lot of things for me too. Once I got those things out, it was just like, I'm finna end all this stuff.
Yeah.
It's out of me now. I've done some self-reflection on those things, and like learning about like my aura and my chakras, and then knowing that you can't always help people that don't want to be helped. I have to take care of myself too.
Yes.
I had conversations with my parents, and, about the distance and things like that. The song, can't even remember right now. He goes, la da 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 daddy. That one, it was just about me talking about like my relationship with my father. And I remember having that conversation. He was just like, he's been doing things, and the only reason we don't have a relationship is because of me. And I'm just like, that's blame shifting and manipulation in my eyes, because it's like, you're not listening to me, to how you treated me for years.
Yeah.
Like the whole gay thing. And then like even recently, you need to go have a baby with a boy. No, I keep telling you, I like pussy and titties. I love seeing that shit. I mean, I like how all of it look, but I still like it.
Yeah.
And it's like, I want one, but it's like, if I do have one with a woman, are you still going to be that grandparent that I'm going to want in my child's life. And it's like, if you're not, I don't care to have you there.
Yeah, listen, absolutely. And we have to stand on that unapologetically, whether it's family or not, because you're living your life. Nobody else is living it for you, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm glad that you have music because, like you said, music is a therapy for you. And speaking of music, congratulations on signing your distribution deal with Zaytoven Global.
Thank you.
Boom, big things popping. Creating music with the one and only, the legend Zaytoven. What's that experience been like for you?
Rough, man. I've been pushing through trying to, cause like, you know, when you get on someone's beat that's very known like that, you don't want to miss it.
Yes.
So it was like going through a rough time and trying to make sure I create something that is going to still resonate with me and bring more out of me, while also trying to make sure it goes and flows and this and that and sounds right and this. So it took a lot out of me to do those things, but I'm very happy, and hopefully I'll get a record deal, man.
I know that's right.
Tap in with your girl. What you need written.
Holla at your girl. And that's what I could say as well, is you are a phenomenal songwriter. Like the music that I've heard from DaphoDILL, it's very out the box in a positive way. It's so different than what we're hearing from a lot of other artists out here. It almost is kind of giving me those alternative vibes. And I love that because I feel like it's a breath of fresh air. We hear so much of the repetitive, the same trap music over and day in and day out. And I'm not, shaming it or whatever. But when I hear music like you're creating and putting out to the world, it's like a breath of fresh air because it's just a different sound. And I feel like we need more of that.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I've been listening to a lot of music. Like I said before, at one point I just stopped listening because I needed to meditate.
Yeah.
And I just had to go with my own thoughts at one point and get some stuff out of me, write some stuff down, figure some things out. But I do love the sounds. But yeah, I do think it is repetitive because I feel like it was becoming more to where it was just male-dominated trap music. And I would like to see some women do some trap.
I know that's
music,
right.
like some drill. I like to see some women do some drill.
Me too. I love the drill vibe. I really do.
Maybe get on a song with Chief Keef.
So go ahead and take charge, DaphoDILL. Make it. Why don't you do it?
Oh, that. I don't know about that. I mean, possibly, but I'm not really that gang. I feel like that's more. I feel like that stuff is like heavy, like street music.
I got you. Makes sense.
I'm from the streets. I live in the hood, but I don't know if I'm the streets. Don't get me wrong. I beat the shit out of you. Try my ass. I'll definitely try to get your ass, but I don't know about You know how Chief Keef was like, finna go and blow New Jersey up. I don't know.
What about?
I might go blow something up, but I gotta make sure none of them live.
No, that's facts. We don't need no witnesses, right?
None whatsoever. Get them all. You're gonna need BOMBs.
Right. Do you desire to do like other genres of music? And I'm talking like out the box, like maybe some country music or...
Yeah, I do actually, and I said that before in the interview with Shaw Cypher. It's just trying to make sure like I'm still sticking to myself too. I don't want it to sound like, you got like your trap country and things like that. So trying to really navigate what kind of sound I want to bring to it. Like I want to bring a retro sound to it.
Absolutely.
So like, still stick with like, how I like really like the Juice WRLD and Trippie Redd and Lil Uzi. How can I bring that vibe that I'm doing to country? So it's like that's going to be a test, because then you got to get the right beat made or created or find the right beat that's going to have the sound to make the country music, and then how the lyrics are going to go. And I've actually been thinking about that lately, about just going and just creating a country song.
I think you have the perfect voice for it, because you kind of have like a southern drawl a little bit. So I feel like, that you would fit right in there. And I love the fact that you're saying you're not going to try to force it. You want to do it what's comfortable for you. So y'all heard it right here. Coming soon, DaphoDILL on a country record.
Possibly.
Not manifesting
right now, I'm trying to write books.
Let's talk
and I'm
about
in
that.
School too.
Let's talk about that. She's a whole author, you guys. Like how many books are in the works for you right now, if you don't mind sharing?
I've written the book, The Colors of Blue, Shades of Black. I'm going to rewrite it because I want a different format for it, as where it's like how I constructed it. So it's going to be some minor changes to it, but it's not going to be completely, I ain't going to say messed up. I ain't going to do that to my work. But, I'm very self-critical of the things that I put out.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go back and redo that with like a different I have a different, what do you call that? Face card on it.
Okay.
A different face card on it, and going back and looking at some things that I have in there to like reconstruct a lot of things. And then I'm going after that as 4 other books.
Wow. So the first one that you're going to release is the one you're just talking about that you're making some minor changes to.
Yeah.
How long of a read is this one going to be?
It's 156 pages.
Okay. How long was it in the works?
Ooh, I created that book in 2021. I don't even know. I got that book done fast.
Yeah.
Though.
You had a lot to get out.
I already had poetry written, and then I added some other stuff, like different things that I had been through during that time. I added more and more and more and more and more to it, but it was easy for me to sit there to write it. I mean, it was hard because, like, given the circumstances that I was in during that time. But once I like sat there and focused, it was like, okay, I can go with this, and do it like this, and what was going through my mind at the time.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that long when I did create that and get it out. But these are gonna be more conscious, more self-reflective.
I love it.
So this is gonna be a different type of vibe in these books. My mindset has changed a lot. I've grown. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still have some kind of negative aspects because I be want people to get their karma for real. But it's going to take a lot out of me to really sit there and make sure I can get all those things out. And one thing I heard someone say when I was like discussing things with them, they were like, books aren't going to help you. I wrote a book and that didn't help me, and I get that. But it's like, of course I'm doing this too like you're doing, but I still want to write these books too. Because it I feel like it can help someone, but it can also bring someone knowledge on certain things too.
Yeah.
But I also feel like it's going to be like a tell-all book about myself, which it is. And it's going to be talking about parts of me when I was in the military. So it's like, they be having, their little thing about discussing military things. But I feel like, why not discuss it? It's
Absolutely.
going on.
Yes.
It's happening. You want someone to sit up there and be quiet about that? No. Because then what's going to happen when you do that to the next person? And
Right.
then what if they come out with a story like that? I'm like, I believe you.
Right.
I believe you. You're not supposed to believe everything, but I'd rather believe a lot of things about certain things before I just say, no, I don't believe that. Because when it comes to the military, they do a lot of stuff up in there, and they be covering it all too.
Yeah, you witnessed it firsthand.
Yeah, and I be knowing too. I be like, I know you didn't just do that.
But I feel like for someone to tell you that it's not going to help you, they can't speak. They don't know what's going to
My
help.
recovery is different.
Everybody's journey is different. And I'll tell you, and I don't know if I mentioned this to you on our last interview, but during the time when I was experiencing all that anxiety, I shared it with my doctor. And I said, what can I do? I don't really want to get on medication for it. And the first thing he suggested is for me to start writing, start journaling.
You don't even need medication.
Absolutely.
They give you, one thing I've learned in the military is especially in Mississippi, I don't know about any other place, but I know they have what this is called, because this military is everywhere. And I'm sure everybody has that stuff. But you don't even need medication.
No.
You can literally quiet your mind yourself. You don't even have to have those bad aspects. People can give you the adverse reactions to medication and other drugs that I've learned while I'm in sobriety right now, but you don't actually need those medications because those things alter your mind too.
they cause so many other side effects. Like, you take it for one problem, but it creates 13 other problems. It's insane. And so I went out and I bought myself a journal, and I started journaling, putting positive affirmations in there, pouring my emotions in there. And for me personally, that helped a lot. It helped with my overthinking, because I was, such a overthinker. That's what part of was causing my anxiety, because I would think about all these scenarios that may never happen. So I'm here for it. So you've got essentially 5 books in the works then?
Yeah, and it's going to be, I feel like toward the end of the year, I'll get at least 2 of them put out.
Okay.
Because one's just going to be like just doing some minor changes. And then the next one I'll work on is probably the poetry book, but the ones that are really going to take a lot out of me to sit there and really have to think and write down and go back through wording, and a lot of that is going to take a lot out of me, so that I feel like by next year or during next year I'll have 2 more completed, because I'm also in school too, so that's taken out of me too.
Like, what is this? Work-life balance,
that
like
self-pity, pity me. I'm in school, and I'm trying to go to law school, man. So I'm in one of the best majors right now.
Congratulations.
To get me ahead to apply for law school.
I love it. I'm here for
psychology, but I feel like psychology, I already know what people be doing.
Yeah.
Avoidance.
Yes. Absolutely. A lot of people don't want to take accountability for anything. I agree. Responsibility. But listen, I love your journey. Thank you for always being so transparent with me. We've been friends for a long time, and I'll say this in person and on camera, like, I really respect you. You're somebody that I consider a friend. Throw all this music stuff out the way, and I really love your energy. I love your perseverance. I love that you are here today. That's, to me, that's a big step. You know what I'm saying? You were in a room full of a bunch of people you didn't know at the conference. You're going back there again today. So definitely shout out to DaphoDILL. For anybody who wants to follow your journey, DaphoDILL, where can they follow you at?
On Instagram at __DaphoDILL__.
Anybody you want to shout out to or give thanks to?
Zaytown Global for giving me that deal, man. I was working hard. I was like, I want to get signed, man.
I know that's right.
And DJ Roots Queen out TampaMystic, definitely shout you out for even being here to do this interview. Atlanta for showing me love when I come here. Thank you for that. The women at the Black Women's in Music, grateful, energetic, loving, kind, respectful, responsible. Loved it. Yeah. Very knowledgeable too. Shout out to every last one of them, that whole panel, people that put it together. Definitely shout out to you.
And shout out DaphoDILL too. I was about to correct you. I was like, you better shout out to yourself. Shout out to DaphoDILL. Listen, you are beautiful. You are beautiful. Like, and I love, and trust me, I've been paying attention. You've been posting more on your social media.
Yeah, I'm about to I'm finna pick that guitar back up.
Good for you. Good for you.
Start posting with the guitar.
Please do.
I'm trying to get back into my instruments, man.
Great content.
I'm finna get me a drum set again so I can go back and do some drumming. Start off.
I love it.
Because the instruments really be helping me when I get ready to construct things, because it be having I'll have a sound in my head and I'll see if I can repeat it.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. I love it. I got one last question for DaphoDILL while she's here with me in person. Where are we at?
Industry's most.
The big one, not the little one. What makes DaphoDILL the industry's most wanted?
Oh, my energy, man. my respect toward things here. I'm me. I'm fun. I be keeping it real because I be telling all my business in my music anyways.
Y'all better listen.
And just because I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler,
I'm a hustler, baby. I just want you to know. Maybe we start a girl group.
Where I'm headed, but where I'm about to go.
I know that's right. Well, listen, thank you for being here today. It was beautiful to have your energy and your presence here. We got to get some photos and stuff, though.
Okay.
All right, we out of here, y'all.
Mac loving, he loving how I do my